the Arab community in the United States and the Jewish community in the United States, and it seemed to suggest that the Jewish community would move away from the Democrats and over towards the Republicans because of the Bush administration's support of Israel, and that the Arab community, which had been Republican in the last election, would move away from the Republican Party and towards the Democrats because of the concern over treatment of Muslims since 9/11. Putting that political context aside, is there a basis for saying that the totality of law enforcement action since 9/11 has resulted in a widespread feeling in the Muslim community in the United States, whether native or immigrant, that religious profiling is going on, that the policies are going too far, particularly the immigration detentions? And does this have an impact on the ability of our enemies abroad, whether it's Al-Qaeda or something else, to make hay?
I think, Commissioner, I think you identify exactly my concerns. I think it is it's dangerous to look at our war against terrorism as if the only relevant context is the United States, and as if the only relevant time is the moment that we live in. A couple of things. When I say that this is the war was terrorism is really a war of propaganda or communication or message, and it's really a war of moral message versus moral message. In this case, really moral message against immoral message. I don't mean it rhetorically, and I know that it's very easy to take this language as some rhetorical dogmatic posturing, but the concrete results are felt materially and immediately and directly. Qaeda is extremely adept at emphasizing and in fact their whole instrument, their tool, is the claim of American hypocrisy. And if they concede that the United States offers its people and those who accept its way of life a good life, a moral life, they would lose the battle. So what they claim, however, is that the United States is insincere about what it says it offers humanity. So and I wish this message is emphasized for me every night as I watch the Arabic channels, the various satellite Arabic channels, because I see how, and in fact I also do make a visit to some of the Persian channels and some of the what people in Malaysia and Indonesia are saying. I mean, satellite dishes are a wonderful thing, and maybe I have too many of them. But you see how our actions and our ideology and our practices are translating to the world, and the extent to which the world believes that, listen, when we were challenged, we caved in just like everyone else. I mean, we're not, for all our tough talk, we really, the only difference between us and a dictatorship is that a dictatorship has confronted a lot of violence and broke long before than we did, but we just have been lucky and we have not been confronted with that much violence. But if we would have, we'd have broken a long time ago. The other thing is that I come as an immigrant, as someone who grew up in a dictatorship. This talk about designating enemy combatants and the executive having this type of power, I've got to be honest with you, is sending chills down my spine. Maybe I don't understand the extent of institutional guarantees in the United States that will forever differentiate the United States from dictatorships in the world. But my experience in life is that human beings gravitate towards oligarchy and despotism very, very easily, and they often do it with the best claims and best intentions. And the story of success that I read in American history is a story of restraint on the executive, not a story of deference to the executive. That's the story that we spent time studying in law school. If it was a story of deference to the executive, it would be a very short law class. It would be wrapped up in 1 week.
Of course,